Welcome everybody back here to the CSGO Championship Series as we, well, as you found out by watching the trailer, which I'm fairly certain was inspired by the theme of Terminator.
It's because you were watching that Terminator
Yeah.
stick figure before we started.
Well, it was Batman. It was Batman.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
It was just Terminator, yeah.
I'm looking for Sarah Connor.
Yeah,
looking for Sarah Connor.
So we're going to take a look before we get into this next one at our MVP from the last game, and you alluded to it based on statistics. It was Dennis.
Yeah, he was so far ahead. He was finding the pickoffs all the time, but he wasn't just like... It's what made him so great and obviously man of the map is the fact that he was able to go out, get the picks, and then come back and then still be involved in the action. He was always rotating from one side to the other.
And incidentally, we also mentioned that he was really good at that last night as well, and it was Dust2 that he was really good at. And as we can see right now, that's where we're headed. So if he can have another similar performance, it's going to look very good for Penta. The other thing is this is the map that AliGon lost on last night against Dignitas. It was actually the first of the best of three. They started down 1-0 and completed the comeback to take that series in a shock fashion on the back of Delpan.
We were talking about the fact that with these maps, with Dust2 second in the list, if we did see AliGon being able to take out our first map over on Cash and then move into Dust2 with a one-game advantage, like we kind of feel like they're going to lose Dust2 because it just feels like it's more Penta's map.
Yes and no. I mean, it relies on executions, but like you said, that aggression could catch them out, and then you've got a lot of room to play with if you can exploit. I mean, if you let's say
it's aggression on multiple fronts too, because it's not just going to be aggression on the T side; it's aggression when you see Ts.
Right, that's where
they play almost like a defensive Fnatic style in the mid, where you just control the lower dark, you control the double doors, and once you know that's there and you got the advantage, then you pull it back, and then you still hold the advantage in numbers when they come to breach the site.
And Dennis plays a lot like Smiths from Envious in the way that he peeks that mid very early out of those doors. If they get caught in those positions, AliGon might have a chance. And I mean, again, you're going to need those early picks to make it happen. I don't see them having the execution to come from a man down to take a site on a regular basis and make that a possibility that's really going to win them or carry them through a T side. They've got to find picks to do it. And then they'll find ways and opportunities. I'm interested to see. Penta did well to hold on to the mid last night. In fact, it was some great rotation play from Troubley. They went for this three-long push that we're seeing more and more commonly. And then instantly, if no one else was there, Troubley would run all the way back through CT spawn, much like Get Right or Happy does, and would hold that mid. If they can beat him to that, or if they catch him off guard, or find a way to, hesitate his rotation, then they might be able to get into mid and get that control, or at the very least get up catwalk while they're still busy out toward long. But again, they need the picks to do it.
Yep. I kind of actually just want to see who's on what side at the start. We're still missing a couple of players from inside the lobby, as you can see. But while we wait for them to arrive, you can get yourself into the subscription. I don't know when we're giving away free rares to everybody inside the chat. Not obviously everybody. This isn't Oprah. You can't look underneath your Twitch login and go, all of a sudden, you get a rare, and you get a rare. We got two given away tonight. So we have both an AWP as well as an M4A1S. Skins to give away. You can check the details out in the Twitch TV channel. There's twitch.tv/PGL up in the top text description of the broadcast. You can find all the information there. But you must be a subscriber in order to have a chance to win one of these wonderful things. Good money as well for these things. And speaking of money, with every subscription, it's $5 to subscribe. $2.50. 50% of that goes directly to the prize pool. So you're helping make this wonderful, wonderful competition even bigger.
That's right. And we've got 7 of our 8 teams. We're about to find out over the course of the evening who's going to be the final team. Yeah. And I have to say, I mean, it's 4 teams only, by the way, if we just want to get ahead of ourselves a bit. 4 teams only out of that 8-team pool will go through to DreamHack Bucharest.
It does seem crazy, doesn't it?
Man, it's, I mean, Virtus Pro online, sometimes shaky. You get them to land, they're fantastic. But, I mean, you got Team Solo Mid, NIP.
Can you remember them
Fnatic.
all?
Oh, you want me to name them all? I can do it. I can do it off the top of my head, no problem. I'm doing it in a considerable manner about who's going to make it. I mean, the 8 teams, flip side was our last one in. It's Na'Vi, Team Solo Mid, Fnatic, NIP, Envious, and as I said, Virtus Pro. So out of that, I mean, there's 5, 6 teams that easily have a shout at LAN. So it's going to be a really closely contested league, and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I also can't wait for the LAN event. Because this will be my first ever CSGO LAN.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a blast.
I don't know how the Romanian crowd's going to receive the CSGO. I've been told they're going to receive it amazingly.
Oh, they will.
But I hear that from Romanians. I hear from our producer. I don't know if our producer is trustworthy.
He just said not really. So you're getting baited.
He didn't just say not really. He said it in
evilly,
he said it in one of those sinister little voices of like, yes, I can look after your car keys. I swear I won't take your car for a joyride. It's only a Lamborghini. What's the problem?
Little Ferris Bueller. Just roll it backwards, and then it'll fall off the jack stands, fly out the back window of the garage.
That was such a classic moment.
Oh, it was so good.
And as a kid, have you ever thought, if I put the car in reverse, I can send the odometer backwards?
Oh, my goodness.
Who would ever think that's going to work? And why would you ever do that in front of a glass wall?
Good old OBD2 ports, computers, digital dashes, fixing all of that.
That was still a good movie. That was still a good movie.
Do you know, actually, I was really upset. I was watching some family tapes the other day, and I discovered that my parents actually recorded one of our Christmases over top of that movie, and I was mad about that. I would rather watch that than my family's Christmas.
That's kind of bad, man, because there's these things like created called DVDs.
Listen, I mean, I'm a late 80s child. VHS was still around.
Hey, man, I sat there. I recorded every episode of Stargate SG-1 on the VHS. I sat through every single season watching on Channel 7's network.
So we've got Naked, Xylos, Nex, and Dennis for this knife round. I don't think everyone is like fully consciously aware that you can buy armor in these because 3 of them didn't. Actually, wait, we're not going knife. They called no knife. My apologies. So
yeah,
they set up for it. They ran out like they were going to, and then they decided against it.
Yeah. After killing a teammate, that was the first thing. Wait, what? Hey, are we not having a knife? Because it's just I see a hand grenade being purchased. And no one else is buying the armor. Yeah, we're not ready to go yet.
Actually, my chat's broken. I can see it in console, but everyone is. It was actually Speedy who called the not live. He aborted it. So.
Okay. All right, so we're now going to restart again. I'm not seeing the console command giving us knife live though. In fact, I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's
actually starting.
We'd have to reconnect to get it. It's not a big deal. We don't need it.
Okay, cool, fantastic. So, knife rounds? Knife round. We're doing it for real this time around. Like our Crystal as well as Hucken. I don't know if they've decided to just have a duel if he's challenging his honor or something back into towards mid. But we'll have 4-on-4 up on long A. I kind of almost want to stick with the Crystal versus Hucken battle. But that's all that's left. So it's just Crystal. He's the last one left alive. So it looks like AliGon will be winning the knife round. And more than likely, they will be taking the CT side. I don't even see that really as an advantage. Because Penta has already shown they're very happy to be on T side, and they're very successful on it too.
But if they can pick up, so let's say they pick up Dust or Inferno, more likely Inferno based on their playstyle. Now we go to Nuke. They've now won 2 knife rounds. Nuke, by far, that means the most. If they can get CT on Nuke, they could force this series a little bit further. Yeah. So, I mean, it is worth noting. It's absolutely worth noting. Dust2, it doesn't really matter. This map's a lot more balanced. But we'll see how they play it out. We'll see if they can adapt to that aggression that Penta threw their way in the first game.
Well,
quite obviously, we're not live.
Nope. In fact, we have the countdown. So the 3, 2, 1, last word. And we get to go ahead and start it up. So 1 map advantage currently the way of Penta in this best-of-5 final. Our final best-of-5 for the Open Qualifier into the first stage qualifier before we hit our group stage in roughly, I think it's 10 days' time from now. And we have the best teams in all the CSGO scene competing up against each other for that one spot at DreamHack Bucharest. And here goes Penta. Aggressive push. You wouldn't expect anything else. Into the B side. Flash first. Check the card. There's 2 at the back of the site, and they're the ones that are going to find Crystal. The first one up nice and close. There is more support, but Dennis, he's lost a lot of his teammates here. There's only 2 of them left. 1 at mid doors, and in fact, the Molotov, that's a very early buy, forcing Nex back out the mid. He's rotating up. Dennis is still here, but he's flashed up. He's battling one on everybody. Finally, more support comes in. Dennis will be dropped. Nex as well. And it's in a moment he'll drop. As we are in a 3-on-1 situation with 2 on very insanely low life points. With 1 minute on the clock, he can't get to the bomb. It's on the side. 19 life points versus a total of 126.
If there was ever a moment for the Tech 9 to be a Rec 9, he's going to have to nail that first shot on Huggen.
Yeah, if he gets the headshot into Huggen, then this is very, very different.
He's just going to save the gun, I think. I know it's only a pistol round, and he's only saving a pistol, but it's still an investment, so.
It would allow them to do like any kind of aggressive A if you flash over the top or anything like that, maybe. Because you are going to go to pistols on the next one. You're probably going to be buying Tech 9s anyway. This is almost
peculiar in the fact that he's gone all the way back through T-spawn, like he's faking he's going over toward A as if he had the bomb, but he doesn't have the bomb.
Yeah, and so AliGon to go, wait, does he have the bomb? It's like, no, there's this big thing in front of us which isn't ticking, but it's flashing red. He's coming back.
He actually is going to go through
He can't look for exit frags. Like, there's no bomb plant. So there's 8 seconds.
He just wanted to go for a little walk at his exercise so he can be even more.
He's running in. He takes one. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It didn't matter. Wasn't likely he was going to get the round regardless.
He tried to follow the end of the rainbow. You heard there was a pot of gold over in pit.
This mid boost, though, was really what started things off and then gave them that position. And it also meant that with 2 already in B, as you can see them just getting mowed down. I like that smoke. I do. That's a smoke I normally really like. But it just meant there was already 2 more players in mid to rotate that much quicker to B.
Well, let's see if Penta can find the opening. Hasn't been a consistent thing. You win the first pistol round, then you hold the next. It has not been happening a hell of a lot. But Penta, they need AliGon, they need to. But Penta, they're moving up very quickly. In through short, they do have that scout moving forward, but with the smoke, it's covering the top of the short A stairs. So Penta don't have really good vision. In fact, they're just starting to spam up the pistols already. Normally when they've done this, they'll double back towards B. In fact, they're checking lower dark, expecting someone to come there. They're tagging them up pretty heavily. Well, they're going to commit. They're up against M4's Famous, already troubly getting the opening frag. There's still one back on the site ramp. And that's Kaboom. Missing the nade, actually bouncing backwards. So no effect onto the Penta boys who are breaching. In fact, Kaboom's going to go down. You will have Zilo now rotating, or Zylo rotating himself in through short. Cobra's there as well. There is a defender on the A short, but the plan's already down. 3 versus, well, let's make that less. 3 on 3 with only 5 life points on Troubly. But he sits in close. He can't get one.
What a shot, though, by Crystal on the first, and then he picks up the second as well. That was brilliant with that Tech 9, and now they've got control of this. There's Eureka, 1-1.
Wow.
Great execution. Spidey still with 100 life as he was just sitting on top of the platform with that scout. So double scout by.
It's amazing how well Penta did that. Like the ability to shoot from when you're still on stairs, and I think it was also because AliGon had one person trying to push into short at the wrong time. It was when Penta was coming up, so they didn't play this range battle as much. So you got your short guy picked off, and then the one that was on ramp, sure he got one, but he didn't get anything else. And Dennis, again with these entry frags, he's got 1, he's going to get 2 as well with the flash, completely blinding Kaboom. A secondary flash for Cobra. Dennis, he will be shut down finally. A little bit of chip damage coming into Cobra. But they do stop that aggressive German. 1, next! Can't finish it. For the last 2 CTs are down in CT spawn. Heavily tagged, that double boost into mid, not really helping him. Well, that one boost.
And Cobra was actually trying to rotate away from the site to stay efficient because he had no way he could get help from Xylos. So he gave up the site to try and work this coordinated retake from Cat. That smoke across gave him no possibility to stay put.
Bomb.
Nice shot by Xylos, though. There's Speedy down, so at least one more.
Is Cobra going to try this? Yeah, they're moving him back. They're moving one back through CT. And that's where Xylos is coming. Crystal's still on top of the bomb site, having this range battle with the AK into a short A. And Crystal will drop, but they're out of time. They can't get the defuse, and Troubly will just save the AK in armor.
So another closely fought battle.
But this is what we were expecting from Penta. At least what I was expecting from Penta. When you have plays like this from Dennis, you just shatter AliGon's defense. And Dennis has been so damn good at doing this.
He's going to go straight for the AWP this round as well. So
where's those
spot
picks?
that cross. Oh, what? Xylos got... Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, my apologies. I thought on the minimap he'd actually gotten up into middle without a smoke, and I was very curious how Dennis hadn't made that shot, but he just jumped across the doors and
Crystal's in mid.
Himself in tight.
Crystal's moved so quickly into that CT spawn. AliGon pushed 4 down long A, and they couldn't find him. Now Speedy, spraying and praying. They're both flashed up here, both Xylos. as well as Speedy, but next will be the first one to come in. So they put the guy in with a little bit more life points. They take the B site and Crystal. He's been waiting here forever, looking to get the pickoffs. Taking one, can't get the second, however, but he's got support from Trouble. The nades, it's just the flashes coming in. Realizing there's a CT player still back at spawn. The last one left alive being Kaboom, with the almost impossible retake, especially when he's got that Hulk green Mac 10. They're spraying it there. They're not praying, they know where he is. Trouble's just banging through the door. And Dennis with the AWP will finish the job. 3-1 in favor of Penta. But AliGon will have weapons this round.
That's the first standard round that we've seen. Even the eco, it was almost a double eco that went back the other way in those MG or SMG buys. So they get away with only dropping one person. They'll buy right back into it. But like you said, we're going to have Delpan go to his AWP. And now it's time to see what he's going to do. They're actually gone for 3 toward the B side. So they're not playing that initial long push like I thought they might. Cobra's inside the site. The other two are just sitting in mid. And they're actually boosting as they can see over the smoke. But oh, the dink comes out.
That's the nade. It actually got caught on the crutch. And then Hagen just spams through. So the first big B push coming from Penta, not really being so successful, but the first nade, Hagen getting a little bit of chip damage on this, but he still holds the line and will not let them come through long. Picking up 3 kills to his name. He's at least able to take out the AK. I'll pick up the AK. And Speedy will be finally dropped as well. So Penta, a little bit of an uncharacteristic push from them. It was actually a slow B after they're already set up, and AliGon having some slightly unusual positions as well.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for them. That long, being able to shut down that long with that smoke was enough time to buy them to allow that heavy mid presence to work. They're going to go for cat boost this time. Delpan's going to be the guy there, so watch for his op to peek out. No one going to be there directly. Dennis is all the way back toward that. Or pardon me, it's actually Speedy with the scout all the way back toward T-spawn, but here's the spot. Here's the shot that he can find, and it's going to be at lower. Oh, he whiffs on it, doesn't get it. That's going to hurt. We need Delpan to hit those. AliGon now has to fall back to the site and duck for cover. They've managed to get away, and Kaboom is there to support up close with the rifle, so that's beneficial, but they're going to have to buy themselves some time. Meanwhile, though, Huggins at long and found out they're not there, but here's that mid push.
Yeah. Penta getting a little bit caught up on their own teammates. Cobra managed to pick up 1 till he gets shut down from the palms. You've still got Xylos. He takes 1 and he takes 2 coming out from the box. Then he gets taken from behind. Dennis again. He managed to breach it towards the B site and has the bomb. Looking to get back through window. Only 8 live points, but he will be able to get the plant down. And these CTs, they're coming a little bit too late. They know Speedy is watching from the mid, and he could cause a lot of problems here. Hagen actually being boosted up. Here comes your next team. I'm not quite sure what Speedy was thinking about then. In fact, they're both going to be killed off. He could have moved back up through dark and contested from inside the bomb site, but instead he thought he might. I don't know if he was looking for a gun in mid. Either way, he ran in front of the rotating CTs and got killed. That smoke wasn't covering perfect.
The odd part about all of this, it's Cobra who's doing the heavy lifting right now. Xylos on 7, Cobra 8. Delpan?
0-0-4.
Not there yet. And the other thing I mentioned last night about them is that they do have this dynamic defensive style where they've got a lot of different positions they'll play. But Delpan last night was over-rotating those positions in terms of one round he was A, the next he was B, and no one was covering off those spots. It was good to see Kaboom actually get up on catwalk and help support him in that last round.
They're coming in through long again. Dennis had to pick up 1. The Tech 9's going to work. He wants to try and catch up that last CT, but Delpan turns himself around on the MLG 180. I was able to cap him out. But it's a 3-on-3 situation. So 2 AWPs. Make that now the extra AWP picked up by Speedy. As he's lost his teammate. There's a trade-off again. Cobra on the flank. Who does the first pick? Cobra's in the better position. And Crystal will be dropped. That leaves our last player on 11 live points with the bomb. Funny enough, he's actually on the A site. But he has no confidence to get the plant down there. It's too exposed, so he has to move back over to B, where you've already got 1 waiting for him. Just on the other side of the wall, and there he is. First pick, Cobra. AWP on AWP, the plant will drop. Speedy making sure he's very exposed. And how does he play this? He looks towards mid, but he's looking the wrong way. Cobra. Step by step. Looks to the right. Speedy's now gone out of the sight, and the timer is still ticking down. He's running out of time. Speedy with the gun change. You'll hear it. Takes the first shot. So Cobra knows where he is. Goes for the fake, and then the extra shot. Still running out of time all this time, and Cobra, they battle out with the pistols. He'll get the kill. But he doesn't have time to finish the defuse, so Penta
no
will
kit.
still take the round.
Don't be a loser. Buy a diffuser. He wouldn't have had it either way.
No, he wouldn't. Well, 5 seconds? I think he could have made that. I think there was still 5 seconds left on that plant.
He would have still had to come down off the boxes and get onto it. It would have been extremely close. I don't think he would have had that. But he does get out of the bomb site. He did make the right call to not even bother going for it, so he'll save his AWP as a result.
See if Cobra can get this first pick across the mid. But unfortunately for him, there's no one there. This time, it's a quick B pressure. Kaboom is the only one over on the A site. And Crystal, spam up a little bit more through that smoke, why don't you? With the 5 AKs, Delpan able to shut down next, so short A still secure in the hands of AliGon. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see Penta double back here and actually try and move over to B. But they're still sitting here. There's your first smoke. Blocking the vision from the shot. Cobra. The T's have moved up. They're trying to bounce themselves over the top of that wall. And Crystal get the first one. Now Cobra, a little bit further up. He gets one. He takes out two. Using the barrels for cover. Wants to find the third, but Troubley will drop him. But Delpan able to mop up the pieces. And where is the last one? The man that has actually done so much work for Penta already tonight is now being asked to take a 1-on-3. Good luck. He's already been watched. The AWP is... Actually, no.
And that's a fake smoke. He just throws that to try and pull one away and find these one-on-ones. That's his goal. Problem is, he hasn't found the shot on Kaboom. Now they know where he is, and he's going to be stuck on the catwalk because Xylos was rotating in behind him. So good effort to try and find that one-on-one, but all for naught in the end. 4-4 tied up. Dust2, very close and evenly contested map, and it's showing off so far. And AliGon going to go ahead and pull out a Mag 7.
Yeah, it's running around with that little sucker in the last...
No one's got money.
In the last round as well. Penta, with no money, you know what they're going to do? It's a push. It's either A long or it's coming in through B. And in fact, they start the big run over towards B, and they're going to move in through mid. Delpan, he's very, very far up here. And he already takes out one, bringing down Troubley, doubling back through the doors. The flash giving the cover fire. And now this is not the place where they want to push, but he finds that hole through the doors. And, well, they don't want to push it, but they're doing it anyway. Penta losing 4. And they're about to lose their 5th. It's like all they want to do is get... What? Crystal taking out 2. Kaboom still up the mid. Crystal can't get the last hit. Now he should know he's up on short A. In through the boxes, still a little bit of running, and Kaboom will shut down Crystal. But that was 2 kills that didn't have to happen. And they didn't manage to switch the weapons over either. Xylos didn't get there in time. He still got that Mac 10. It's not stopping him from buying.
Mag 7, you mean, sorry.
Oh, Mag 7. Yeah, did I say 10? I said 10.
You did. And I mean, he's going to go to B with it. He has to. He's actually going to... Okay, he looked toward mid doors. I thought he might sit and camp the doors, but the only real close quarters position you can play it on is the corner of Cat. Not great because you're going to get overwhelmed there or at the tunnel at B. So he's headed that direction. It's 5 AKs to go against.
They're in the mid.
Crystal's trying to get through again, but look, it's already a double mid setup from AliGon. So they've got this covered, and there it is. Huggins going to get the first.
Penta need to find a new way in. They came up through lower dark, so they at least knew that short A, the frontal positions were cleaned up. Kaboom, battling on the long with Spitty. And here they go. They're up through short. Troubley's the first one up. Delpan moving into a more defensive position on the bomb site while Huggin. He's the man coming up from the CT spawn. He's going to throw the molly. And this is going to stop the push. With the smoke coming down as well. He doesn't have great vision. She holds the molly back, allowing for the flashes to fly. Kaboom actually moved also back off the bomb site. So they've given the high ground over towards Penta. And that's actually allowing them to clean up the site. You've still got Kaboom battling from long A. As we go into a 3-on-3 situation, but with that Molotov down, Penta cannot move onto the site straight away. One long, one short, one CT spawn. That's the CT formation at the moment. And scratch the short.
Playing it for Cat. So Troubley's in an ideal position to hold this. And that's such an awkward angle to come up when they know you're there on ramp. He tries to get to elevator and find the guy. Cat already down. Speedy gets the kill, and that means it's pretty much all over, and Kaboom knows it. He's going to run away. Hang on to the M4. So Penta tie it right back up. 5-5. This is an excellent game so far.
Yeah, that it is, man. Keeping it really, really close. I would still be a little bit more concerned if I was AliGon. The fact you've only got 5-4 at the moment. We are going to go into the next round with the CT's pretty well strapped for cash. So Penta will have all the weapons here. And AliGon, like, they might be lucky if they have a couple of FAMAs to go with that M4 on Kaboom. if they feel they can go for the buy here. But Cobra is basically flat broke, and he's the main man that's got the frags. 14-1-7 for Cobra tonight.
He's playing. I mean, this is the thing. If your star player doesn't have an on game, you've got to have someone come up and fill those roles.
Look how fast Penta are moving. Nades, smokes, flashes. There's already one up on short here for AliGon. Speedy going for a little bit of just a guess spray. Same thing for Speedy now, and he will get the one on the A short stairs. And the A side is almost open. One's moving up through CT.
Delpan's already behind them on Catwalk, though, so it was a late, or rather early B play with a rotation. Oh, that looks going to give it away. So we couldn't even get anything with the flank on these pistols.
Switch to a weapon, Dennis. Help your teammate out. Hagen will drop. And Xylos is the last one left alive on short A. Takes out one, takes out the second. Able to pick up a weapon here. But he's up against 2 AKs and an AWP.
Now that weapon should just be an invitation for him to just hold on, save some money in the next round.
Surprised he threw the molly.
It was a great flash throw in that smoke for him, too. He caught them both entirely. And he knew they were pursuing him, so...
As far as an eco round goes for AliGon, it could have been worse. They still managed to bring down 2 players from Penta.
No one's going to push this. No one's even going to pursue him at this point either. They've already lost 2. It's an unworthy cause, so they'll hang out in long. And Penta take back the lead.
That little move coming in from Xylos. It was the perfect flash. And really, Penta had no idea what hit them, apart from the fact they knew that guy was alive. It's the only way they would work it out. No picks this time around. Again, though, Penta just going for this bit more of a split. They move 2 very aggressively over towards the B side to make some noise.
And Delpan's desperate. He's gone for the scout. Doesn't even go for a rifle. He wants to be able to scope in, but doesn't have his gun of choice because they haven't built up the economy.
He needs the vision. He needs the intel. He needs also that first little bit of an advantage. They're already pushing up through mid. Speedy's in. He smoked up the CT spawn. So mid now technically belongs to Penta. Because there's also no view coming up from the window. Hagen's in the CT spawn. The only view is coming out from Xylos, and now that's going to be blocked up by another smoke as Crystal makes a lot of noise coming out from the tunnels. Spamming to start with as well, and Dennis, he's already up. He's sitting at the B doors. He wants to breach in, and if he does, he'll get all the vision required for Crystal to get the breach. He's so close. If Crystal just sprays this corner, he's got 2. There are 2 literally in front. He saw the gun move. That's the reason why he shot. Xylos managed to move back a little bit further with the M4, protecting himself on the box. Takes out one, takes out Dennis as well.
Hero play. Hero play. He's completely alone. Delpan and Kaboom are all the way back over at A, and that's discouraged them. They're going to have to go back to mid. Kaboom's going the long way. He thinks they're still in tunnel. He may pass them and give them back A.
He saw
him. Thankfully. Regardless, he goes down.
Well, with him dropping, then through short A, you've got that little bit of a jump up. But Catwalk belongs. Delpan. Pan. Takes one. The last one left alive. Xylos coming up through the ramp. He's got 2 to take out at the moment. The flashes. He turns his back just in time. So still with good vision. Coming up through the ramp area. Taking out one. There goes next. Can't finish the second though. Down to 2 live points, but he finishes the job. 2 is enough. If you can find the bomb, there it is. Defuse will happen, and we keep the scores tied. 6-6.
Hero play from him. Absolutely beautiful hold at B. Only one alive. Manages to dodge and dart back and forth on the box. Delpan, this is a great jumping scout, and that's beautiful to watch, I have to say. It doesn't really fit into Counter-Strike for me, but
it's like a glitch. Like a glitch?
It's
like a glitch?
It's Call of Duty all over again, is it not? Jumping scopes.
Yeah,
but, I mean, Xylos,
that crap was broken.
If Xylos didn't get those kills at B, they were in on the B site. They had it. As soon as he shut them down, they ran back. They panicked and went back over to A.
Oh, look at the aggressive move. AliGon felt like they could get aggressive up on top of Penta, expecting the quick push, but it's going to open up their B side. The rotation's coming quickly from the mid player. That's Delpan in with the AWP. As the bomb is still there. They know the AWP is looking in. They need the smoke to cover. They pick up the weapons and they're going to back it up. Again, Penta. Look how quick that movement is. Speedy, he's already got the A side. He's on top of Cat. Hagen is directly below him right now with the FAMAS. And he needs the first pick. He's not going to get up to Tech 9. Doing the work from on high. And Delpan, again now, is being forced to pull out something big with this
look
AWP.
At Speedy. This is excellent. Speedy knows they're coming over from B, so he'll secure the most likely rotation spot. Gets out on Catwalk, already spots him up.
That'll at least stop Delpan from quickly pushing up through short A. In fact, he's going to go back through CT spawn to find the opening.
The interesting aspect is that they've killed 4 CTs. They've only secured 1 gun from that.
Don't peek it. Don't peek it. Crystal really wants to. Delpan's backing up. Bizarre, you were saying? They secure 1 gun?
Yeah, they only got the 1 out of that. I mean, just to go back even further, though, Xylos Hero played and bailed them out this last round. This round, they get mopped again. It's starting to look like the picks are going the way of Penta, and they're starting to build up some cushion here because this was an eco that completely fell apart. So there's an AK down in B. They will secure that one. They've gotten themselves over that far. I thought Delpan might try and save in a place where he could at least prevent them because that's pretty obvious they're going to try to get those. But Spidey's not going to, or pardon me, Speedy's not going to get anything. He's going to have to hold on to that Tech 9.
Got to have a quick look there at Xylos' last clutch save. But we are coming into our second last round now of the first half of our second map. Already Penta having the 1 map advantage here in the best of 5. And with the weapons up, with the double orbs for Nex as well as Dennis, they want to try and force the advantage. And they're both looking down mid, looking for the first pick, but it's going to be Nex, the first one to drop down. Delpan takes 1, takes about both the AWPers for Penta. AliGon is still in the meantime taking a large amount of damage on both Huggen as well as Delpan. And Huggen, okay, he's battling up against a very troublesome mid push. The CTs, they've got 1 up in tunnels. And Cobra wants to finish the job here. But Crystal, he brings him down. So we still have a 2-on-2 situation. Crystal with 4 life points. And they don't have the bomb. It's stuck on short A.
He's got this position, though. Kaboom's holding this corner. He's only got 4. This is going to be hit and gone. So AliGon, this is why you saved. This is why Delpan held on to that AWP, and finally we see him come alive. Troubley, though, is going to get Kaboom, so now it's back to a 1-on-1, and Delpan is low HP, so they're not out of the woods just yet, but those 3 kills gave him a chance on this eco round.
Wrong side choice. He's last 40 seconds. He could have gone the other way. The look is coming to long from Delpan, assuming he's going to come out that direction.
And this is a very, very powerful off spot.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't check. Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't check.
It's one of the most potent op spots in the game to sit there, specifically when you're peeking onto Cat like that, but he was busy looking long, regardless, gets the kill. So there you go. Save that gun, gets 4 kills. Delpan came alive when they need him to, and they'll tie it back up at 7. And again, this game, as even as you could possibly like it to be, 15th round, last of the half, they'll force out on the T side. And Speedy's going to go for this scout. We'll see if he can find anything with it.
The rush trying to come in. Crystal was trying to rush Delpan with that AWP, and Delpan saw it coming. That's why he threw that block nade up through mid. The spam from the AK. Delpan shot very off target there. They just keep spraying.
So many smokes at mid, too, so they're there and they're limited for vision, but Troubley comes through, finds Delpan. That's an opening at mid. We'll see if they use that because they've already got 2 players over on the B side.
Oh, look at that M4 spray. Kaboom's already managed to pick up 1, but Nex breached up to the doors, but there's only 2 players left alive. Trouble, he needs to look to the right now. He brings out 1 on the left. The last 2 CTs coming up from CT spawn, so we will be having that plant dropping down by Nex, and he has the better position, but he's still against the odds, a 1-on-2. The smoke drops, he wants to look around the corner, quick shoulder peek. Can't find him.
Interesting that he's going for this peek. Interesting that he's going. He didn't have great position in the site.
He wanted to get the first one, so at least then he had the numbers advantage.
And I think he would have anticipated that they would have been split up going for 1 window, 1 door in that situation, but they were both there. So AliGon actually take the lead on CT side. They did this against Dignitas, but again, Dignitas only picked up something like, I think it was 4 rounds on their T side. So Penta's in a reasonably good position here. Pistol round could sway this momentum and sway exactly which way this game's going to go moving forward. And again, we're going to get to see Dennis go to work with an aggressive
That's only
CT
if they can
side.
find the money, though. Like, okay, we'll assume he's going to be aggressive up the mid and make sure the mid doors can't be secured. For me, the only thing, if Penta is capable of doing it, if they can control short A as well as lower dark, I think that they've got this CT half.
And they're 2 contrasting D styles. Obviously, we talked about how Penta does that 3-long push, rotate 1 back.
Yep.
That's more and more common, and it does give you a guy in the mid, but AliGon actually went the other way from that. They were putting 2 toward B and favoring an extra player in that mid area because they know that a lot more people are going smokes to B. So they're getting ahead of it and trying to hold it off. So we'll see which one's going to be the better style of play. Halftime number 2 is going to get started. Penta going on the defense. 1 round down, 8-7.
How's the run
Armor out for everyone and 1 kid on Troubley.
Dennis spraying up the mid, hoping for an early frag. So they're doing this again from Penta. They always want to gain a heavy advantage in one of the map positions, be it long, be it from both B or straight up short, up through the mid. And Speedy and Crystal, they are literally sitting on short A right now, waiting for the push to come, but they're all too far over. The decoys have actually perfectly baited them out, and there are no defenders over on the B side. So while Dennis will drop to Hug, and there'll be the revenge kill, AliGon get the plan on B. Penta choosing poorly. Or just incorrectly.
Still 4 on 4, but they've got that full sight. The choke points
slow it up
are
next.
favoring the T's.
He needs to be there with the rest of his team.
Flash going to go over. Actually, Delpan's getting aggressive, trying to peek it out. Look at this boost, though, up on top of the box. They want to see over top of this smokes as Speedy is trying to find it. Delpan's still aggressive. If he gets caught out here, that's 1 on the entry. They trade it out, but they are in the backside of the site. It's all on Kaboom to find 1. He gets it, but they're still there, and it's down to a 2-on-1. Make it, pardon me, a 3-on-1. There's your knife. Cobra gets out and bites him from behind, so the snake, the venom, the poison, take your pick. That's going to be a pistol round again for AliGon. That's how they started things off. Now they got ecoed in the first round when they did that. If they can shy away from that mistake, we might give them something to work with here.
They got the knife kill as well. Like with the knife kill, just wrap up the extra money in there and you're going to have bigger and better weapons. But they're pushing out very quickly. Kaboom scouts out the fact they're coming up through the ace A long. He's already backing up. The first rotation is coming from Speedy. Crystal and X being very slow, expecting someone to come up through A short, but that's not the case. Speedy needs the pick. First hit. Able to get a tag there onto Huggin, and there's more pressuring across. The CT's now arriving up towards Catwalk, but the plant's already gone down. Huggin's the man at the bomb site with the low life. As the nade just try and clean off that A site. Able to do so. So Huggin's going to drop. There's a weapon on the ground there if they can pick it up. And all of AliGon, they have got 4 on long. Are there any smokes? Is there anything? There's nothing from Penta, so they have to basically win this range battle. Why they go for the defuse? They're using themselves as human shields, going in for the defuse.
Crystal's going to get it. He's the one with the kit. He's going to get this. It's going to get defused. Great retake from Cat. Strength in numbers. If you don't have a strong hold, you've got to have a strong retake. They favored off for that stack on B, and Cat was left wide open because AliGon guessed correctly going long, but they didn't then secure that position, and that first nade onto Huggin, man, that opened everything up. Great play. So there it is again. I mentioned it. They got ecoed in the first half. They get ecoed again. Delpan with the headshot. There's your scout. So already AliGon 1-man advantage. Crystal's going to try and force this issue at long. But we might see a back-to-back eco situation. Cobra's also still got an AK to work with. And that comes actually back to that knife because there's your extra money.
Yep. I'm still surprised. Like you saw the replay, it looked like he hit him. Cobra waits for the aggressive CT push-up from Crystal. So there's another weapon just sitting on the ground over at long. And AliGon with a 3-on-5 situation up against this Penta D. And again, they are forced to spread themselves up. The Penta keeping their forces a little bit more converged on towards the mid-push. It'll allow them to rotate a quick up into A as they look for the early advantage as well through long. Having to back it up here, Speedy. Realize they're going to be chasing him in. 6 live points on Kaboom. And Troubley, here comes your push in through short. He takes out 1. He knows there's more coming his way. Delpan. He's waiting for it to move up through the ramp area, spamming through that smoke over towards that Deagle. But Next gets the advantage. The plant is still going to go down here. But there's 2 CTs. 1 practically on the side. Oh, that fire forcing Cobra back. Kaboom coming up through short. This is going to be the big flank right now. He's going to get 1 here. Should get 1 here. Can't get 1 here. Down to 6 life points still. Cobra moving up. The flash is nice. They're a little bit blinded. But Next is alive. He won't get it though. The scout waiting from Delpan. There was no way to really get the defuse then either.
Great answer from AliGon. There you go. There's why a knife used to be considered bad-mannered in 1.6. It was kind of trolly. Now we've got a reason for it. You get that extra little bit of money. Cobra brings out that AK. They are able to take over the A site. There's nothing Penta can do to come back into it.
Again,
Delpan's going to stay with this scout. So Penta's hurting right now because they're on pistols and they're giving up more rounds than they would have liked after, especially after that eco that they achieved. So this could quickly go to 11-8. They're playing for a strong mid position right now. They're going to go for that boost, try and see over top of the smoke. That's actually already dissipated, though, but there it is. They're aware of it. They only get 1. It's Next to drop, and Kaboom's got the kill. Now they'll rotate back up through all the way around with the bomb and head toward B.
Okay, that's the most exposed site. Looks like Penta are already slightly reading it. As Troubley is moving up, and Speedy in through short. He's being watched though. Kaboom! There it is. Speedy will drop, and the bomb, where is it? It's going to go back over to A. Yeah, they're going to just battle in the mid, and they won't even have to care about the bomb plant. 11-8 in favor of AliGon. And Penta. This is second eco. They need to have full buys on the next round. Or some kind of joy. They're not having their map control at all, like they did before. Like Dennis is not really poking anywhere. He can't find any of these early pickoffs, which we saw him do on Dust2 last night. And Delpan just keeps making sure it's not going to happen as well. Even if he does get the early pickup, all he's getting is an equalizer. Delpan walking around the corner is going to get shut down. So next, they do pick up the scout into his hands. And the bomb is moving up towards the mid. In fact, they're all coming up through short, and that's where 3 of the CTs. Heavy flashes, nades flying down. Not a hell of a lot of damage coming into Penta just yet, but they have lost control of the A side. Almost. No, they have managed to get back. The flash coming again. 3-man flash, but next, from the low ground, he's battling up against the high. He at least gets 2 before the round. Is it going to come to an end? Speedy's the last man left alive, and he will be dropped. With 7 and 12 life points left, that was way too close to for comfort for AliGon.
Way too close, but that was actually a double save that had to come out for the CTs because they just aren't able to get kills going their way right now. So I didn't anticipate this. Not on Dust2. AliGon is playing great now. I thought Cash would have favored them a little bit more, but they're getting what they need out of this one. It was Delpan that went quiet. It was Cobra and Kaboom that showed up when they needed to. So now Penta's got to play from the back foot. Dennis does have his AWP out. They've instantly smoked off that mid door, so he's fallen back toward the wall to try and peek above it. And there it is. There's why. It's Delpan down. A Dragon Lord dropped on the deck at Catwalk. Next is low HP on B, though. He's still going to sit up on top of these boxes and just hope that someone comes through and into the clutches. And they've got this man advantage. Speedy's going to push up long, so they're trying to get information while they can, but Cobra's already going to answer back and take down Dennis, so your ops are down on both sides. Cobra's at least picked up Delpan's. And they'll try and use it to good effect. They're going to smoke deep inside the mid, but that Molotov's going to hold them out. They still find the shot. Meanwhile, Speedy did get Huggins, so B's closed off from that direction. They're still grouped in mid,
the bomb
and they
is so
still
far
can't
away.
find it.
The bomb is all the way back up in mid, and they've got 45 seconds. Even if they breach in right now, they can't get the quick plan and capitalize on it. In fact, it might almost be worth it going in for A and assuming that Penta is going to rotate to the B site. And that looks like what they're doing. Scouting out in that long A. Speedy. A little bit of a battle in towards the mid. As Xylos, who was the man looking to jump up through short. And he's already up there. Shut down by Crystal. And that plant is coming towards the A. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. If they get stalled up here, like if Speedy can slow them down before they get to the A side, here it comes. Sprams one, looking for the second. Through the fire. Can't get the perfect vision. But it's down to 10 seconds now on the clock. The nade's going to fly, but Speedy in very close. Jumps up for the shot. He knows he can't finish the job. Penta will take the round. And they hold on to an AWP, AK, and M4. Not too shabby.
An excellent fire on the bomb. Great awareness. Knew they had him tagged up. Knew he had no choice but to go for the plant. So just dropped some flames there. It ended up going to the jump shot, but he was dead either way. So Penta get one more. That forces, interestingly enough, AliGon right back onto a save. Deagle coming out for Xylo. See if he can pull off some magic. Dennis is going to have his AWP, but look at this B push. They are setting up for it. They've only got one flash and one smoke to work with, but Dennis has already found Xylos. Those are your... Oh, pardon me. It was actually Huggin. I thought it was Xylos that was holding those nades. My mistake.
Oh, but it was still Dennis who did get the pick on long. There was time for 2-3 shots coming out from Xylos, and he couldn't get the kill in that time, and Dennis was able to switch back over to his AWP and finish the job. And that's that early advantage. Now at a second one. Dennis looking towards the mid, looking for the third, able to grab it as well. There's a fourth there if he wants it. On the other side of the doors as Huggin gets shut down, the bomb exposed, and kaboom, the only man alive. AliGon with just one pistol on him. Good luck with the P250. In fact, it looks like Penta. They don't want to lose a single gun. Not a single man must die.
They need to, well, I mean, they're still essentially quite broke as well.
Yeah.
As they just bought back into this after a double save. The last round, obviously, they won it, but they had to invest quite a lot into it.
Yeah, the only one with cash is next with 2.8K.
Well, I mean, they want to save as much. They want to build this cushion. They're going to need to do this with momentum. They're going to need to do it by always being able to buy when they lose and keeping AliGon broken. By just giving them away guns, allowing him to even get one exit kill, save that rifle, it's completely detrimental. I mean, as you can see, Xylo 7,800. It was Huggin just bought into an AWP, dropped off for Cobra, but he was up around the 7K mark as well.
Delpan's going to be a little bit late in towards that mid, and doesn't matter. He takes Dennis anyway. Dennis, he likes to get aggressive, like up close and personal on the doors as opposed to just shoot from the back.
I'm not sure what Crystal was doing, just running into the flames like that at long. So easy kill for them there. But Dennis, that's the thing. Smiths can be predictable with Envious when he does it too. He changes it up enough so he doesn't get caught. He also uses a smoke and one crosser to bait out that first shot, but he got caught there far too easily. Finally a response. Troubly at long. Well played by him. That's going to slow it back down to a 3-on-3, and the HP advantage actually goes the way of the counter-terrorists as Kaboom's going to grab this bomb, and now they're going to have to try and figure out exactly how the Ds want to play this because they have split the map, but Nex is favoring the B side. If they can get the information at middle that he's there, they'll try and exploit from Catwalk, but they actually look like they're favoring B.
He's sitting in so tight, and Troubly needs to find where AliGon are going. That's why he's moving so aggressively up through the short A. He wants to know where that push is coming. Is it going to come through mid? So we're going to see a flash, or at least hold on to the flash. The mid push is coming. Next. He's a close one. Speedy moving up to the window. He's the man who also grabbed the AWP out of Dennis's hands, and he gets the first one. They get the vision. There's still a second, and he's able to clean it up, Cobra. The B side belongs to him, and Troubly, he's going to be there a little bit too late. They are very low on life. He's got defuse kit and armor. No nades to speak of. And 35 seconds now on the clock. One very far up.
Get your gun out.
Yep, there it is. Can't get the kill. Looking for the tag on the way out. Can't claim it. And now he's down to 46.
Yep, got him.
Perfect.
Landed directly on the feet, 46.
AliGon looking good on Dust. Not what I was expecting. I was really expecting this map to be Penta's.
Yeah, 100%. And now they're in the situation where if Delpan can play like he did last night on Inferno, when they can get those early picks, I mean, every time they get an early pick, they're using it well. It's the problem is they weren't getting them a lot of the times. If they can get those early picks on Inferno, they might actually take the series lead. And like I said, on to nuke the knives. That knife round, they've been going the way of AliGon as well, so they might be able to pull this off against all odds.
Here comes your flashes. They know they're coming up. Very close defensive. Yeah, Next going to jump up, and Dennis already spraying through that smoke. In case there's multiples running, he managed to bring down Xylos down to 19 points. Took some chip damage himself. And they defend closer towards the tunnels. The bomb is still sitting in mid, though, so this isn't a commitment from Kaboom. In fact, he's just going to be the man holding top tunnels to make sure that push from Dennis doesn't flank him. But a nice spread out defense from Penta. AliGon still need to poke a hole somewhere, and the long is where they want to do it. That's the two closest players to each other at the moment. Are they prepping for a flash or smoke? Oh, they're coming back to mid. They're running out of time. You got 38 seconds to get through this Penta defense. And they're going to try and do it through short. Crystal with the Famous. He's going to hold very close on the side. In fact, well back past the barrels. And they're feeling it. Already the defense, the nades, the flashes, smokes, molotovs, whatever you've got. They're having to walk through the fire. The smoke will come down, but Troubly, he sees the other one. In fact, it's going to be Crystal. With the jump shots from Troubly as well. He finds Kaboom, and this is a disaster on the catwalk. Dennis will mop up the mid. And Penta, insanely solid defense. And AliGon, it's like they waited too long and added way too much pressure onto themselves.
Dust is the key to an easy series for Penta. They get this, they've got breathing room. They don't actually could slip away from them, as we've mentioned.
If they got breathing room in this round, we got Eco from AliGon. So Penta with the AWPs, the two AKs, the two N4s.
And important that they could grab those two AKs as well, because now that's a little bit less money they had to spend into this round for both Crystal and Speedy. Speedy actually force dropped.
They gave out long.
Teammate.
One inside the pit, has to defend it. Already Speedy with the two, going to catch out more with also that crossfire from Crystal. And, well, that was a quick round.
And it's very important that they do that exactly in that sort of efficiency because, again, they need all the money they can get. They need to be able to string rounds together.
It's a double eco.
I mean, put it this way, if... good call, double eco. We saw it go the other way earlier on. But if right now Penta loses one round and is forced to save, you go to 14, then you're on match point. You're playing for the tie at that point. So now they have to be able to hold on to these guns. And it's actually very fortunate that they're going to get a double eco going against them for that matter.
Dennis was actually expecting them to be picking up some kind of rifle, be it a scout, as they put the smoke in mid, then boosted up so we could see over the top. Crystal scouts out three in lower dark. is already going to throw the fire, so they don't have the room to move there. Dennis catches that one in mid. They do have the crossfire with Troubley until he drops, but Dennis still able to do his work. Picking up 2 in mid. Xylos moving. He's going to try and jump over the top of the boxes, but next, sitting on top of the car, is able to get the defense, and the last one, Cobra, wrapped up on the short A. It was the last YOLO push in from him, and 13-13. Things get leveled up, but so do the weapons, as we have ourselves our next gun round for AliGon.
It's been close the whole match. That was the first time we actually saw one team start to build up a lead. As AliGon got a little bit ahead. So we'll see Delpan go back to work against Dennis, but look at this. Crystal's already pushed through the double doors. He smoked off the top mid as well. Oh, he had an opportunity to go through tunnels. He actually falls off it. That would have been great map control because it was Cobra and Xylos over in that position. Thought better of it in the end. Speedy's still out toward long, and look at Delpan. He's looking for anything he can find at this point through those double doors. He's going to get smoked, or at least his teammate's going to throw out smoke to hold out Troubley.
They're just not being given anything. AliGon, like, they're taking mid. You're not quite sure if you got short A. You definitely know you don't have long A now, with Kaboom being the first casualty of war. And Speedy just holds on the long. There's 2 players, including the bomb, coming up here. They're going to flash, try and breach. Crystal just starts to spray off, so they do have that crossfire again working on long. Actually, they're going to back up. 1 inside the pit, 1 back up of the car. There's a lot of noise happening, and then the Molotov. Huggin, he's burning. He's actually going to die the molly. He bumped into his teammate, and there was no way back through the doors quick enough to save his life. So you got Delpan on 8 live points, and the only injured CT is Spitty at 40, and he's already got 2 kills for that 60 live points expended.
27 seconds, still grouped on Cat. Troubley is down towards CT, and Dennis and Nex obviously
they're in Cat.
Are a little bit unaware because they haven't started the rotate over.
A Crystal.
Speedy's got to come back down from long, but here comes the shots. Delpan gets 1, but it's Crystal with 2. That spot's so powerful to hold off Catwalk, especially when you know your long is secure, and that's where Speedy was. So Delpan's going to have to hold on to this AWP.
6 seconds
Fall
to survive.
back with the op.
He just needs 6 seconds. 2
He's
seconds.
not going to get it. Crystal's right behind him with this Tech 9. He should be able to get this easy kill. Yeah, spams away. Knew he was there because the player at mid called that he hadn't fallen back up Cat. So Penta take back the lead and at a very important time late in the match. And again, they're going to have to save out here for AliGon, so they're going to have to play for the tie.
Can you really save on this one? You're going to give the 15th round over to Penta. Then the only chance is to force it overtime.
The problem is you risk going for a 4-spy right now, giving it up and having to save as they're on 15, and you pretty much play for the win in that regard. With a 4-spy, as of right now, they could have, well, they did actually go out for the AKs, so they didn't have a full investment. That's what they're going to do, because otherwise you go for a full save and you try and play for the tie. Speedy at long's already mowing them apart. It's down to just 2 players left already.
I love the fact, too, that Dennis starts the round by getting a kill, not with the AWP, but with the Deagle. Cobra at least managed to find 2. I think that was just I think one could be their kind of shot. So we're into a 3-on-2 situation. It is the CTs with the advantage. Dennis, the man with the AWP, and Troubley. How'd you know?
The only thing I didn't take into consideration with that money equation is that they do have the full money bonus going their way when they lose this round, but still it's going to be a very, very broken 4-spy for them.
It's meant to be team chat. Double smokes in mid. Next is very, very far backed up. But Dennis, he's the man on the flank right now. The man on the flank with the AWP. And there's 2 of them lined up in mid on the doors. There's number 1. Second one's there. And Dennis doing it solo with 1 life point to survive. Holding on to that AWP. They tagged him slightly. And it's only going to be 1 more round victory here for Penta. If they can take it, it's a 2-map lead.
And then it comes down to the equation that I thought all along, which is how will Delpan perform on Inferno. If he has another night like last night, it's their map. But Dennis, again, all the way through mid, up past the doors at this point, looking into lower.
They're running through the fire. They're running through the fire.
Crystal's done that before. He got caught last time he tried. This time he gets through. Huggin responds with 1. They trade out, but Dennis at mid's already found another kill. At least Huggin closes out Speedy before it's too late, but it's all on Xylos right now. The last man remaining.
Best of luck.
Obstacle in the way of Penta and victory, and he's already taken down Dennis. He's looking for more, not going to find it. He's going to take the bullet from Nex in the end, and that's going to do it. So 16-13, great game, very close. And AliGon put together a heck of a better fight than they did in the first map that time.
That they definitely did. They'll find the coordination. They were shutting down Penta's aggressive position play. And once they were able to do that, then it was this slow, let's just see where they are. Now we know, push him for the other side as quick as you possibly can.
And it is interesting because we talked about, again, this aggression that comes out from Penta. AliGon seem to be able to catch on to what they're doing, and there's our MVP this time. It turns out to be Speedy, who at long A in those last couple of rounds just barely got ahead of Dennis, but he did a great job staying efficient. That one round in pit where he killed 3 people, yes, it was against an eco, but if he had gone down, that's another gun they had to buy, and like we said, it was all about building up economy for them to try and hold and resume that lead.
I want to give props as well to Cobra. I think he had a great first half to that map.
That knife to start.
That knife to start, obviously, then able to get the extra weapons, and really, I think it was just probably the most consistent player coming out from AliGon during that map. So, special props to him as well. We get to have a break in between the maps. Of course, while you're doing that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That is how you can win those wonderful 2 skins, because Twitch chat broke yesterday. We're going to be giving away. So subscribe yourself up, get inside the Twitch chat, support the PGL. They do great production work, and our fantastic tournament. Short break. We'll see you soon. Here goes Penta. Aggressive push. You wouldn't expect anything else. Into the B side. Flash first. Check the card. There's 2 at the back of the site, and they're the ones that are going to find Crystal. The first one up nice and close. There is more support, but Dennis, he's lost a lot of his teammates here. There's only 2 of them. The one that was on ramp, sure, he got 1, but he didn't get anything else. And Dennis, again with these entry frags, he's got 1. He's going to get 2 as well with the flash, completely blinding Kaboom. A secondary flash for Cobra. Dennis, he will be shut down finally. He to pick up 1 till he gets shut down from the palms. You've still got Xylos. He takes 1 and he takes 2 coming out from the box. Then he gets taken from behind. Dennis again. He managed to breach it towards the B site and has the bomb. Looking to get back through window. Only 8 live points, but he will be able to get the plant down. And these CTs, they're coming a little bit too late. They know Speedy is watching from the mid, and he could cause a lot of problems here. Huggan actually being boosted up. Here comes your next here. I'm not quite sure what Speedy was thinking about then. In fact, they're both going to be killed off. The vision from the shot. Cobra. The T's have moved up. They're trying to bounce themselves over the top of that wall. And Crystal get the first one. Now Cobra, a little bit further up. He gets 1. He takes out 2, using the barrels for cover. Wants to find the third, but Troubley will drop it. But Delpan able to mop up the pieces. And they're about to lose their 5th. It's like all they want to do is get... What? And Xylos is the last one left alive on short A. Takes out 1, takes out the second. Able to pick up a weapon here. But he's up against 2 AKs and an AWP.
Now that weapon should just be an invitation for him to just...
Xylos managed to move back a little bit further with the M4, protecting himself on the box. Takes out 1, takes out Dennis as well. But Catwalk belongs. Delphan. Pan. Takes 1. The last one left alive. Xylos coming up through the ramp. He's got 2 to take out at the moment. The flashes. He turns his back just in time. So still with good vision. Coming up through the ramp area. Taking out 1. There goes next. Can't finish the second though. Down to 2 live points, but he finishes the job.
They traded out, but they are in the backside of the site. It's all on Kaboom to find 1. He gets it, but they're still there, and it's down to a 2-on-1. Make it, pardon me, a 3-on-1. There's your knife. Cobra gets out and bites him from behind, so the snake...
The flash coming again. 3-man flash, but next from the low ground. He's battling up against the high. He at least gets 2 before the round. Is it going to come to an end? Speedy's the last man left alive, and he will be dropped. And he gets the first one. They get the vision. There's still a second, and he's able to clean it up. Cobra. The B side belongs to him, and Troubley. The defense, the nades, the flashes, smokes, molotovs, whatever you've got. They're having to walk through the fire. The smoke will come down, but Troubley, he sees the other one. In fact, it's going to be Crystal with the jump shots from Troubley as well.